Let's talk about some of the rules changes that's being bandied about in the sports world. Just about a half an hour ago, Zach Lowe of ESPN saying that the league is seriously considering having a play-in, speaking of NCAA tournament, a play-in for the 7 and 8 seed. 7 and 8 plays each other for the 7 seed, and the loser plays the winner of 9-10 for the 8 seed. What do you think of that, Ernie?
Oh, that's the first I've heard of that today. So that's that would be kind of an intriguing deal. We're talking about a series. Or are we talking about one game?
One game. 7 plays 8.
Wow.
Winner gets the 7 seed, and then the loser of plays 9-10. Winner for the 8 seed. One game each.
Wow.
And I imagine, again, just while you're soaking it in, my first blush reaction was, okay, so that's 4 extra, if you will, playoff games to be divvied up between Turner and ESPN, one would assume. And then when you've got a Bulls team that puts out a press release saying we're going to see what our young kids do, which is kind of putting lipstick on a tanking pig in a way, to be honest with you,
Yes.
and they would just be 4 games behind a 10 seed right now. So to me, this seems like an anti-tanking idea to also get some excitement generated and some revenue generated.
Yeah,
to me.
Trying to tell people, hey, don't ever think that you're out of it because you may not really be out of it. You may have a chance to make. It's almost like the wild card game in the Major League Baseball, where you got one game and a chance to move on. So. It's kind of intriguing. I don't know that I've digested it enough to say that's a good idea or a bad idea, but
Right.
it's certainly to your point. Anything you can do to make teams feel like there's still reason to play and play hard, and not try to say that we want to take a look at these guys, or as Mark Cuban just came out and said, the tanking wouldn't be a bad idea. I think any time you can try to reverse that course, I'm up for that.
Well, what did you think about what the commissioner floated during his press conference, that the 16 teams that make the playoffs just get seeded 1 through 16 based on record, regardless of conference?
I've got no problem with that.
Neither do I.
No, I was kind of looking at it right now and seeing how that would impact things as we speak, and looking at the record of 30 and 28 with Miami as the number 8 seed right now, and boy, the Clippers and the Jazz are in that mix too. So right now you've got like 18 teams that would be in that mix to make the playoffs. So I don't know if you could want to do both of those things. Have a play-in game and do the 1 through 16. I don't know if I can't wrap my head around all of that right now. But I think the 1 through 16, I think sometimes it would not be a bad idea because you can have a good year, especially right now. You can have a good year out west, or a relatively good year out west, and be watching the playoffs while you're seeing a team in the East make it in there. I don't have an issue with that.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.